This is the file I used when I designed the Innovation Nation brand, the way the text would be laid out. And I just started with Innovation Nation, and I kind of broke my own rules here. I played around with what happens if these are both the same size and I track out the second word, nation. What happens if they both have the same kerning and I adjust the size so there's the same length? And what happens, and I didn't like how heavy that was compared to that, so what happens if I do the same thing and then create a stroke with no fill for the word nation? Now each one of these was created by option dragging a copy. I typed it out and held down option and drug out a copy. I'm going to undo that. And then I held down shift when I started dragging so that I could constrain it. You let go of the mouse first and you have a copy, so you don't destroy your thought process. We want to see the evolution of your design. So it moves through these three versions of one typeface and then to another typeface. And I kind of liked these A's aligning over one another. And I thought, what happens? We switch this again and again. And then whenever you get this salmon colored highlight, it means you have a missing font. So the font I used to create this, and if I click on it, you can see it's Microgramma D Bold Extended. It's got that little triangle there, says something's wrong. Something's wrong. I can't find this font. So I'm just going to use the default version. So that's how you know. And you can go out on the web and search for this, and I don't think that's available anymore for free. And then I just kept moving, trying different typefaces. And you remember how to go through typefaces. You just click on it with the black arrow, highlight that, and use the up or down arrows to move through other text. Get it? And yeah, I played around with the default leading so that it looks relatively good, and tried a few more things. And this is just moving on. This is the actual thought process. And I thought, I kind of like this typeface. And what happens if, once again, I track this out? What happens if it's solid? What happens if outline? What happens if I reverse the outlines? I'm trying out different strategies, and here, making nation smaller and tracking it out. These are different strategies, just trying to see what works. What happens if I put a line above and below it? What happens if I reverse it out and it's negative inside there? And then I started getting closer to what I wanted. And this is where I'm refining and going through all kinds of slight variations on a theme till I finally come to something I can live with, something I think will work. And that's how Innovation Nation was born. I want you guys to do the same thing. I want you to leave breadcrumbs and see your design evolving in one document. And then, of course, I took this into another document and worked on it there. Got it? Really important. I want to see breadcrumbs. Those of you who aren't doing this, I'm going to ask you why. Why? Why do you want damage?